Hello. Welcome back to MTMTE. Um, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I last posted a video. The last review I did was the Legacy Insecticons. Uh, so it was a couple of months ago at this point. Um, yeah, I've been wanting to make another video. I've just been kind of stalling on what to make it about until I recently picked up this butte right here, Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Prime Smokescreen. Um, I just had to pick this guy up. I was so excited when they announced this figure because I mean that's the show I grew up with, Transformers Prime. What person what person in 2013 didn't grow up on Transformers Prime? But like it was just one of the coolest shows out there. I would always switch the channel because back then we had the hub on cable television. So it was My Little Pony, the Transformers, Rescue Bots, all of that good stuff on there. I think Max Steel as well. Gosh, what an era. Um, but yeah, I he was one of my favorite characters when he popped onto the show. I'm not gonna lie, I had a bit of a distrust in the character when he first popped up because what bot just falls out of space, right? And I wasn't too in depth in knowledge about the original '84 series besides the '86 movie, so I had no idea who Smokescreen as a character was, and this is the first ever character that really introduced me to him. So I've always kind of liked, those child appeal characters, those ones that are like all super heroic, the animated Optimus Prime, Hot Rod. Gosh, there's a good couple others out there, but this one in particular really got me because I just loved the attitude. And then that Prime bait that they gave us, like towards the end of the season of the series. Sorry, oh my lord, I don't know what's up with me, but yeah, this is the guy. This is who got me into it. So I thought I'd give it a little look, you know, give it a little bit of a transformation and kind of give my thoughts on it to y'all. So over here we have the instruction manual. Don't really need it because got it memorized. So let's see how we get into robot mode. So first we're going to open up the car doors, right? Like this. Already looks sick. I love the fact that it can do this in bot, or not in bot mode, in car mode, to begin with. And then from there, what I like doing is just separating it. Now, holding on to these ends of the wheel wells, you're going to press underneath the headlights until it separates. And then you just lift up the entire, oh my gosh. Can you tell it's been a while? All right. So you're gonna hold on to the top of the wheel well, push from underneath the headlights to lift it up, and boom, open just like that. Next, what I like to do is to kind of get the arms sort of situated. So I untab the hood right there, and I peel apart the arms from there. You want to be a little bit careful, especially transforming this guy back and forth, because there's some nice red paint there that I have been terrified to scuff up for a hot minute now. But yeah, second verse, just like the first, just unfold out the arms, right? Swing down at the shoulders. And then boom, you pretty much have the top of the vehicle mode transformed into robot mode. Push down the hood, lift up the head, and you're just going to leave it here for right now. Next, what you want to do, coming to the back, you're going to gently but firmly separate the leg or the back part of the calf from the top here with the 5mm port. And then what you're going to want to do from there, flip it around, fold down the toes, right, from the back of the car here. And then you're going to open up the shins, fold out the legs. You can do this simultaneously, or you can do it one by one. Not judging either way. But then yeah, and then like with Studio Series 86 Jazz, what you want to do is you're gonna fold this bit up until it kind of locks in. You don't want to push too firmly, and then boom, lock it into place, and this leg is fully situated. Second verse, just like the first, open it up, lock it in, boom, you all set. Next, what I like to do is over here with these ankles, they have a ability to forward, or not forward tilt, but move forward a bit like this on either side. It just kind of gives him a little bit of a, I don't know, a more interesting silhouette in my opinion. So I'm just going to keep it like that. And then what you want to do next, right, coming to the backpack section, let me move this door out of the way so y'all can see. So it's kind of collapsed, and this is where a lot of the people kind of get upset with this figure, because all the promotional pictures had him like this, which, yeah, his chest shouldn't be that far up, you know, essentially pointing to the sky, covering his mouth. But what you want to do instead is from this hinge joint here, you're going to pop this out, and then you're going to move the front of the car down over and onto his chest. And just like that, you have a fully transformed Prime Smokescreen. Now, a couple different configurations you can have him in. You can have him with both of the cannons in his arms still attached. Or you can have him out, have his hands out. Me personally, for ease of transformation, I like having him with his cannons in. But if I'm doing posing or pictures or something, I just pop them out and flip out the hands, which I find is a very nifty gimmick. I wish a lot more of the Transformers figures can have like a little internal gimmick like that, where you can, like, you know, close it, tab this in or something. Sort of like with, I think it was Generations Wind Charger. That figure was so cool. Where he could just fold out cannons from his hands. But yeah. And, you know, second verse, same as the first, right? Fold out the hand, and boom. Now, what you can do with these little cannon pieces is just store them on the back of the wings. If I'm taking photos or something or posing him, I'm not really going to do that. It kind of ruins the silhouette from the back, but you can kind of see there, because if you look at him from the side, he already has a little bit of a butt flap sort of forming there. And you don't want to add two cannons to the back to kind of ruin the silhouette even more. But speaking of the doors and silhouettes, another nifty thing that they were able to do is add a swivel here, right? So that way you can pose the door as high up as you want. Me personally, I kind of like having them just kind of flayed out, sort of like a, what would be the terminology here? Baby, Michael Bay's Bumblebee, you know, where it kind of has this little slanted sort of look. But yeah, and overall, I just adore this figure. He looks so cool. I love all the posability they were able to pack into this guy. Like, you can really move this figure. Now, there's a couple limitations, right? Like with that little clip there in the shin, it kind of locks it into the thigh. So you can't really bend it as easily. But if you just open it up and move the knee like that, you have access to the full range of articulation, which is, again, blocked by the wheel, but beyond 90 degree of rotation there. Rotation? Bend? Yeah. Beyond 90 degrees of bend there, which I just find is so cool. Ankles do tilt. Definitely love that. A very nice ankle tilt as well, too. You can get this guy into some dynamic posing, lifting up his legs like this and straightening him out. He can hold his own little splits with the feet still solidly touching the ground, which I'm never going to pose him like that, but it's nice. It's good to have options. Good to have options in posing. Two hinges for the elbows, which I think is mainly for transformation, but it just adds to the articulation. Like, I really like that they did that route, because I've never voiced this opinion on here before, and it's an opinion that everyone else has on the internet. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't go the legacy point blank with this guy, where the elbows aren't functional. I'll probably do a review on that one just because I think it's such a interesting figure. You know, they could have done him justice, but I feel like they just, stopped a little bit short of greatness. And I think that's what really sucks about it, because he could have been great. Could have been a great figure. Anyways, review's not about him. It's about this guy. So, yeah, I just love the detail. Like, even on the wings on either side, you can kind of see... Oh, sorry, that's not where the camera is. The camera's over here. I gotta get used to that. You can kind of see here, right? There is a shadow of a 3 that trails off that way. And on the other wing, it's a shadow of an 8. And I just find that so interesting because I don't remember that being a detail on the original figure. It might have been in the show, but I never saw it. So it's just kind of cool having the figure in hand to kind of draw attention to that detail. Love the shade of blue that they picked out here for both the stomach and the hood of the car. It's very nice. Blue's my favorite color, so, just throwing that out there. But this shade of blue is just beautiful. And again, the eyes, they have just such a nice sort of like baby blue. Like, I feel like this is where the blue should be used a lot of the time, not so much on the 86 windows, but for the eyes, because it really gives sort of a vibrancy and a life to it. Like, this dude looks like he's just so full of hope and just ready to go at it. But it just kind of bring me to one issue with this face sculpt. I'm not 100% sure if you can see it. Camera, please focus. But it kind of looks like he has some eye bags just kind of sagging underneath there. It looks like he's a little bit tired. Probably should hop off of the synthetic energon. But yeah, ooh. And another thing I do want to say is the chest is a little bit finicky. It doesn't tab in the most secure, but I mean, if you're not really messing with the chest like that, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But yeah, just a great character, great figure. Definitely love the look of it. Oh yeah. So continuing with the posability, off of that little tangent, the shoulder here moves out 90 degrees, right? Legs can go forward that far, or forward that far, go back this far. You already know the knee articulation. The elbows can bend all the way up, can even move a little bit higher if you need them to be there, but can also be shifted down. Head articulation can look up that far, can look down that far, has a little bit of tilt, but not really. Just the faintest of tilts. That's mainly because if you look over here, if I can move this section out of the way, there is, I'm not sure if you can see it too well on camera, but there is a little tab that goes into that slot on the head for transformation. So it locks it into place. I like that they did that, gives it a little bit of some security during transformation, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done without it. His face doesn't really scuff into anything, especially in that internal chest cavity. But, hey, it was a choice. They made the choice, Another thing I wish it would have done, it wouldn't have changed the part count, maybe a little bit on the material. Oh, you know what? I'm realizing it now. So, my original idea was that they should have put ball joints in the figure. Thinking out loud and about to say it, I realized a ball joint would have cut off that 5mm port. So maybe that wouldn't have been the best idea, especially if we're trying to keep it, sort of accurate to the TV show, even though this figure isn't too accurate to the TV show. It's a very good interpretation, but it's not accurate. But yeah. Well, I figured I would have just not said it out loud, but, why not say it when I could have just said it like that? Ugh. Anyways, I don't know. Been a hot minute. I'm just kind of yelling all my thoughts out here. I didn't come into this with a script. I just wanted to talk about this figure because I just think he looks very neat. He's very cool. I've taken a little bit of photography with him, not too much though. Definitely want to do some more things about it, but definitely want to cover some of these guys in the back, you know. Uh, I got Earthrise Scorponok. I got Siege Soundwave here. Got Legacy Tarn. I got a Legacy Dreadwing. Whoa. Skyquake, not Dreadwing. Skyquake. I have Dreadwing, but yeah, this is a Legacy Skyquake here. But yeah, overall some very good figures. I don't know. I feel like I kind of have came into the game a little bit late. I feel like a lot of these figures have already kind of been yapped about to an extent. So I don't really know what else to cover. Shoot. But yeah, let me know if you want to get a little bit more of the more modern content like this, or if I should go back, because I have a huge back catalog of figures. Like, I'm a collector, right? First and foremost, I have a ton of stuff. I got Legacy Bulkhead. I over here got Kingdom Magnus. I got Legacy pero what's his name? Cliff Jumper. Strong Arm. Over there I got 86 Reflector, like Punch and Counter Punch, B, 6 Gun. Over here I got Slammer, Filch. Like, I am just swamped with figures right now that I would just love to do a review about, but I just haven't motivated myself. So, you know, if this video gets like what, maybe like 10 likes, I'm gonna say, not too many people are watching this, but yeah, if this video can get like 10 likes, I can review, you know, whatever figure the top comment says, that I have in my collection. Obviously, I'm not financially stable enough to be, you know, going out and getting $1,000 figures. I can't get the OG Nexus Prime, but yeah, thank you so much for sitting here and listening, you know, hear me yap a little bit. You know, I got a lot of figures I want to talk about, a lot of cool things that I've just kind of been sitting on. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your viewership, and I hope you have an amazing day. All right, roll out, I guess.